Hey, welcome back to the Noodle Shop. This is our second season, I guess. We took a 3-week break and we're coming back to record some.
You didn't sound very sure of that.
Yeah, no, it happens. It happens. I don't even know how many weeks we took off. I think it was about 3 weeks.
Same.
Yeah, we work a lot out of
Yeah,
here, so I'm pretty sure it was three
I lost
weeks.
count.
Yeah, it was a pretty busy break though. 4 weeks, maybe a
That was
month.
that was a
I don't
that
know.
was a
But
that
this
was
is
a
gonna be the
football.
first episode of season 2 at the Noodle Shop, and here we go. All right, and I'm Gio,
And I'm Tristan.
and we're gonna talk about.
A number of things today.
I know
We
that we want
got
to talk about nostalgia, so that'll be
yeah.
some cool stuff. I
Some
could talk some stuff about nostalgia because I'm freaking old.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's still a
Um,
baby though.
we got that. We wanted to talk about Venom
Oh
because
yeah, we didn't get to
you
talk
know
about
we
Venom.
we already saw it and give our little like mini review. I can't think of anything else really so far.
So I started doing something that I've never done. I started kind of a new.
Venture?
Yeah, that I feel like I want to start doing every year. So, people normally watch Halloween movies throughout the month of October.
Yeah.
I actually started doing that. So I'm watching not necessarily just like Halloween movies or horror movies, but like anything that has to do with like thriller or scary esque type movies. So we started
True.
doing that. I think that was pretty cool. I
Yeah,
wanted to
that's a
say
good
that.
idea. I mean, I don't like horror movies, so
Yeah, I mean, you just saw the Poltergeist with me.
true. Well,
So
the second half of it,
yeah,
but
yeah. What'd you think about it though? As it being like kind
the
of.
80s one, the
Yeah,
80s
oh,
one
yeah, we saw
that
the
I
80s, not the
yeah,
2015 one. But what'd you think? I didn't even know they made a 2015 until I
I
Googled that.
didn't either.
What'd you think about it though?
It was
Like,
all right. You could
like
tell it's an 80s movie.
but as a person that doesn't watch horror movies and watching a horror movie, like what'd you think about it?
Oh, I
Because
think
I know normally we've talked about this and you tell me you don't like watching horror movies,
yeah.
and there's
Uh,
certain horror movies that I don't normally watch. So
compared to I guess like the very minimal horror movies that I have watched, like it's amazing how far they've come.
oh, for real, dude.
It's like this movie, I was just like,
The guy that was
like
ripping off his face.
it was some of the cheesiest things I've ever seen, and I was
Yeah.
just like, like I obviously there's points in it where you're like, oh wow, that's actually like kind of scary, but
Yeah.
like compared to movies now, like one of the few movies I have seen is Conjuring,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and
yeah.
that movie is like that movie's actually scary.
So I actually don't like the Conjuring movies.
I don't like anything
Yeah.
paranormal, so I'm
Okay,
like
yeah.
that really messes
I
with
mean,
me.
for me, if I had to, and I don't normally tell this to people, but only a handful of people know, and now I guess everyone who listens to this gonna know. But if I had to like say I hate a horror movie or I hate a specific horror movie, it would be any of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. And to me, it's because they're they're they could be realistic.
Oh yeah, I could
Um,
see some psychopath going and killing everybody in a
and putting
church with a
and putting their
chainsaw.
face on and being like,
Yeah.
ah ha ha
Yeah.
ha. Yeah, so that now everyone knows.
Yeah.
But moving on from that, we're gonna talk about nostalgia. That was a good little intro start.
That was a weird segue.
Yeah. All right.
um, I think for like nostalgia wise, that was like originally when I thought
Yeah.
of this episode, I was like, I saw a video of somebody talking about like nostalgia as far as like gaming goes,
Okay.
and like not necessarily I would say it's nostalgia, but like the progression of what gaming has come from to what it is now.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, you
when
went
I
from two boop 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 two
well,
dots
yeah, I
to
don't mean like the actual history like
yeah.
that, but
Hey, gaming
now
went
you're
a long
going
way.
too far. I mean like at least when I was younger, I'm not sure if you had the same effect as I did, but when I was younger, one of the very main things I remember is when I got or when I started playing the Xbox 360 because that's when I started playing with like friends and stuff
Yeah.
and like my family and stuff like that is like that nostalgia that I always wanted to play.
Like, what
Like
do you
I
mean?
would like my family would be like, "Hey, dinner's ready," and I would go down there and eat my food in like 5 minutes just to go back up and play more.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I haven't done it in a long time because I can't because of life. But it's like starting a game at night and then going. I think I'm gonna go to bed, and then
And
the
you look
sun's
at the
coming up.
clock and you're like,
Yeah,
"Whoa."
you started at like 9, and then you wake up, or you're going to like sleep, and it's like 6 in the morning or
Yeah.
7 in the morning.
Yeah,
So
that's part of it as well.
yeah, I mean, if I had to go nostalgia for video games, right? I remember when Xbox was doing landline
Oh,
playing and
yeah.
stuff like that. So I'm not a huge Xbox person, but
I never actually did that. I've always wanted to, but I
like
never
landline, like
actually.
have like TVs all together.
Yeah, I've never
I
actually
know
done
it
that.
was huge back in the days with like PC players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, my thing was I remember when PlayStation first announced that they were gonna have
Service.
like
Yeah.
online service, and everyone was like, "What is this?" So I think that was really cool to remember.
That's what I mean is like stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
always gonna remember that stuff.
it's true.
And
It's true. It's part of our history.
yeah, and I feel like compared to now, like there's not, at least as of recently, there's not like any certain game that I'm like, oh, I want to wake up early before work and just play. Like there's not anything like that, at least as of right now that I can think of.
Yeah. So for me, religiously, I mean, I play Destiny religiously.
Yeah,
So that's my thing. Is like if I wake up and I'm off or something, or if I come home from work and I have a little bit of time,
yeah,
I'm on Destiny. But recently I've been doing New World, and that's been a
yeah. The
pretty
Amazon
it's
game.
been a pretty cool game. But there's so many little things like I was playing one day and my PC just like shut off by itself, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing this anymore."
Yeah.
So I was like, let me wait till they fix that. Because what was happening, and the reason the afterburner thing that I have on my PC, what's happening is that
It overheats,
it
right?
overheats the
Yeah,
PC. Yeah.
that's what I've heard.
So and then after a few times of it doing the on and off, it basically fries your PC. So
Yeah,
I'm just like, yeah, let me wait till they fix that, and
yeah,
I'll jump
no
back on.
kidding.
I jump on now and I do like a mission or two, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm good, and I'll
Yeah.
stop playing.
Well,
But
so that's something else I've heard about that game, because I'm not like huge into those games and the MMO RPGs. I
yeah,
think the only one that I will get into, other than Destiny, I don't really consider it an MMO
yeah.
RPG. It will probably be the uh Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, when it comes out,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that's really the
yeah.
only one I'm actually gonna like fully try and get into.
I definitely want to play that, dude. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I mean, Revan's one of my
Yeah.
characters. I was going back to the landline thing, right? Or the land playing. Um, I can't remember if we did it. I'm pretty sure we did it. When Left 4 Dead came out.
Yeah,
So
that's the main game of all the people I've talked to about like
yeah,
the whole like nostalgia thing, doing land
like land playing and stuff like that.
like that and like playing all night and stuff. Like almost everybody I've talked to has mentioned Left 4 Dead.
So Left 4 Dead, right, did it, and then just yesterday or this past week, they
Yesterday
just
they
released
released the new
Back for
game.
Blood.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet,
I haven't
but
played it
I
either,
downloaded
so
it.
so check it out. I just updated my Xbox,
Yeah.
and I told Claudia, I was like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna go ahead and play it," and then, um, I was like, "I'm gonna download it on my PC too, so we could play."
Yeah.
And then my brother's like, "Hey, so we're gonna play that game, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna all download it, so when we jump on,
Yeah.
we'll all play it."
We should.
The cool thing
That would
about
be
that
awesome.
is that you don't have to connect their Xboxes.
No,
Everything's
not
now
anymore.
the world we live in now is all everything's Wi-Fi
Wireless,
or
yeah.
wireless. Yeah, so
That would be cool.
that would.
But like that's one of the things that I remember is mentioning that it was Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead wasn't that game for me.
Yeah.
I barely even played Left 4 Dead.
So okay, so I actually played Left 4 Dead. Everyone that I played Left 4 Dead with was really good at the game,
Yeah,
and I was not.
that was my
I
problem.
was
Is
like
I was
I was
terrible at the
horrible,
game.
and
Yeah,
like I would play with my brother's friends, my wife, and They were all badass players, and I was like the worst one. I would always die, and they would have to come heal me.
Yeah.
It got to the point where one day we were playing. Man, this was not too long.
I
This
just
was
carried the gnome around and let everybody else kill stuff.
I can't remember how long ago this was, but I remember playing the game, and one of the guys we were playing with literally like ran to the end of the map, and we're like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And he's like, "The game's called Left 4 Dead." And he literally left us, and you know how the door closes and the game ends.
Yeah,
He
once you go
literally
in,
left
yeah.
us.
Oh my
So,
god.
so that's an inside family joke because he left us for dead, like
Yeah.
legit. That
Um,
sucks.
yeah, I mean my game for that was
Halo. Did
I
you
would
ever?
say majority of my memories of like that stuff was Halo.
Yeah.
I have some in like Rainbow Six Vegas and Call of Duty, but Halo 100%. Halo 3 specifically was like the game when I was a kid.
And they did landline for Halo 3. I thought it was by then we were already on
No, it
Wi-Fi,
was
weren't?
multiplayer, yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah, we were
was
on Wi-Fi already. Oh,
Wi-Fi.
well, not Wi-Fi, landline. You had to plug it in still
Yeah,
to the
wired.
modems. Yeah,
Yeah. But like then it was that was the game.
yeah.
And that's where I remember
See,
most like
I played Halo 1, and we've talked about this before. I played Halo 1, and from playing Halo 1, I never got into Halo.
yeah.
But I think
Well, eventually we're gonna
eventually,
play
yeah,
them.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna play
I
all
think
of them.
I honestly think it's because I was so used to like third person action adventure games, like playing
Yeah,
as the character, not necessarily playing the character. So I never got into first person shooters
yeah.
until, man,
Recently,
not even
Destiny.
no, not even. I think the first, oh man, I can't even think. I would say, let's say Destiny, right? That was probably the first real game that I got into that was first person shooter. Um, but I played many games like Wolfenstein. I suck at
Yeah,
it. Um,
same.
but yeah, and I guess Destiny would be like the first game that I actually got into that was first person.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
Bulletstorm, you ever played Bulletstorm?
Bulletstorm
But that's
was.
not third. That's more third person, because that's a Gears of War.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm
See,
trying.
that's the other thing is like I went from the Halo into um I went from like Halo into Call of Duty, and then from Call of Duty I went into Gears of War. Gears of War led into a little
I
bit
guess
back to
I
Halo,
guess I
and
did
then
I did play Call of Duty games too, because I remember
oh,
I remember playing the first Call of Duty.
after Halo 3, I think 90% of the games I was playing was Call of Duty
Yeah.
because there was like a 5-year span
Well,
where it
yeah, they
was
were just
literally the
releasing games
best
too. Yeah,
Call
yeah,
of Duties
yeah,
were all
yeah.
released in that span. So I played all of them. And then it went to Gears of War when I started playing that with my stepbrother and stepdad,
See,
and
like I
we
guess
like got really competitive at that, so we played it a lot.
going back to like games, I guess that I got sucked into. For me, it was more Metal Gear, and that kind of took my over my game life.
Yeah.
It's the type of games I was playing. Like I said, the like third person action adventure games. So I remember one time we were playing Resident Evil. I played Resident Evil. I didn't play. I watched my friend play Resident Evil,
Yeah.
and it was like broad daylight, and we're freaking out. Like,
Yeah, because that game could be scary
yeah.
sometimes.
So like I think that's why I kept playing third person action adventure games is
Yeah.
because it was me playing the character.
You know
First
what's
person
funny
was really hard
is
to get into.
no matter how much I hate horror games or horror movies and some games, I actually I played and beat Dead Space 2.
Oh, okay, cool. You
And
saw they're
Dead
making a
Space
new one?
2, yeah. Dead Space 2 was probably the scariest game I've ever
Yeah,
played.
I never played Dead Space. I
Dead
watched
Space is
I
a
watched my brother
terrifying
I
game.
watched my brother play them. I never.
There's so many. It's just jump scares is all it
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
which is kind of
It's a horror
scary,
movie video game.
pretty much.
Dun 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 dun.
Other than that, though, I mean, I think that's my problem now. Is just like there's not games that I'm like willing to drop a lot for and like just
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
I
I'm.
feel like I'm hoping Battlefield is gonna be
So I
good
heard they had
enough
a
to
lot of.
do that.
I heard they had a lot of problems on their their initial launch, like the beta launch.
So I played the beta.
Was it fun? Did you jump in the hurricane?
No.
You see the people jumping in a hurricane?
Yeah, I did not. So I will say that is my only thing is with the beta, I didn't like A, that it was only one map.
Okay.
B, it was only one game mode. C, you could only choose from 5 guns, and they were all
that
different
sucks.
guns. So it was an AR, an SMG, a shotgun, a LMG, a sniper rifle, and a DMR. And then it was just like I understand like it's a beta, but it was probably the most limited beta I've ever played.
I was talking to someone about it, and they told me that they were kind of disappointed in playing the beta because it reminded them of Call of Duty Warzone.
See, I didn't.
Because my main thing was like, you know how in Battlefield, you could break buildings and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, do the buildings break or anything? And they're like, nah.
They do. So that's part of my issue with the beta is they literally picked, like, I understand the map that they picked, like
Yeah.
that's one of their main maps. It's the one with the rocket launch.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like barely any buildings in that map whatsoever.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all like just mountains.
Just mountains.
So there's that. It was, like I said, it was one game mode. It was only that map. I didn't even play a single match for more than probably 10, 15 minutes. So I never even got to the part where the hurricane came in.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yeah.
Did you get to, I mean, did it kind of give you the itch to want to play more, though?
It's
'Cause,
hit
I
or
mean,
miss.
we play Call of Duty here and there together, and honestly, I haven't wanted to play Call of Duty in ages.
I never want to play Call of Duty
Yeah.
right now.
Like,
I'm just like I'm done with Call of Duty.
Destiny
at
just
this
started
point.
their Halloween event, so I'm on that. And then, like I said, I'm here and there. I played a New World,
Yeah.
and then
We have a couple of our friends that we work with that are like, "Oh, you got to play Call of Duty." And I'm just like,
it's
I don't want to
yeah.
play Call of Duty.
I
There's other games I'd rather play.
So Psychonauts 2 came out too, and they have it for the Xbox
Game Pass,
Game
yeah.
Pass. So I downloaded that on my PC, and then I was like, you know what? I've never played the first one. I'm gonna play the first one. So I'm playing that as
That's
well.
also on Game Pass too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing that as well.
I've never
And
played that.
it's a unique game. It's really weird.
Yeah. I don't.
I
think
like
I'd
it. I like it only because it reminds me of like kind of like Spiral slash
I was gonna say
Crash Bandicoot.
it's a very, from what I've seen of it, it looks like a very retro game.
What's that one game? Not Banjo-Kazooie.
That's the game. That's actually the game I was thinking of.
Yeah,
That I would compare
There's
it to.
another
is
one though.
Banjo-Kazooie.
You know the one with the little the squirrel. It's an Xbox game.
Super Lucky's Tale.
No. No. I don't know. I'm like, what the hell is that?
That's a.
No, I
that's an
can't.
indie
Damn,
game.
I can't remember. But it's not a kids game. Like Psychonauts is not a kids game. It's in a
Yeah,
kind of
it
a
has
little bit
lot
of a mature
adult-
game.
Yeah,
Like they curse and stuff. So
that's funny.
it's pretty cool though, because like you go into other people's brains to complete missions, and when you go into their brains, they like the worlds are
They're all
crazy.
different,
Yeah, it's like
That's
crazy stuff going on. But that's a game that I just recently got into as well because I
Yeah.
want to play the second one, and it looks really unique. So
I think there's a game that I do want to play. I haven't.
you haven't
Found
thought about
somebody-
it?
Oh yeah, it's that.
Mm.
It's like Halo. I really want to go through the story of Halo, but
Yeah.
like when I sit down and I like look at it and I'm like, do I really want to dedicate like 6
Like,
hours right
yeah,
now to
it's that one
play
game. Yeah,
a bunch of missions?
I mean,
I want to play that It Takes Two game.
so okay, my brother let me borrow that, and I have it, and literally I have not put it into the console yet, and it's just because of timing, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
because you also have to play it with somebody.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
requires
yeah.
you to play with somebody.
So we'll see. I want to try that one.
I like
so
those games.
Maybe
I
I'll give like a review when I do play
I
it.
played A Way Out. I don't know if you played that
Which
one.
one's that?
That's the one where it's the two guys and they're in prison and they break out.
Oh no, haven't done it. I think I've seen the cover. It's
Yeah.
like two guys like running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that. I played that like when it came out.
That was
I
good?
played it. It was really good.
The cover reminded me of like Uncharted, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it was very
nah. I was like, this is like a generic Uncharted.
Yeah, it was cool. It was it had some like a good twist. I don't think it was long enough, honestly.
Oh,
But
that happens. I mean, you play a game for like 2 hours and then it's done, and you're like,
yeah, you're
but
like,
you
what
don't
in the
realize
world?
like 6 hours passed.
Pretty
You're
much,
just
yeah.
playing it. What I wanted to ask, like, I know on your list you had nostalgic games. What are some nostalgic games to you, and compared to, I guess, we'll compare nostalgic games to
Tears.
me.
Um, I think. See, one of my main things is I've always loved sports games. So obviously, like NFL Street, NBA Street,
Anything Street,
pretty much.
Blitz,
Blitz was
Blitz
good.
was fun.
Blitz was awesome. Um, I think one of my favorite games as a kid, I'm not sure if I would like it so much now, but as a kid, one of my favorite games was the Sly Cooper series.
Okay, Sly Cooper was fun. I never got into Sly Cooper.
Oh,
It
I
was,
dude, I
um,
played that game. So it's funny because I played it in reverse at the
yeah, you
time.
played,
So I played Sly Cooper 3 first,
yeah,
and then I went back and played 1 and 2.
and you're like, oh, these damn controls, because they
Yeah,
changed the
yeah,
controls
it changed
like
everything.
from the PlayStation 3 to the
No, I played
PlayStation
all
2.
of them on PlayStation 2.
Oh, was it? Okay,
Yeah,
because
before PS3 even came
I
out.
know that the third one got re-released on PlayStation 3,
Yeah.
and then they changed the controlling,
Yeah, and I did play that
and then
one and it was
they
garbage.
relaunched them when, I mean,
They did like a remaster
yeah,
when the
they did like a
PS4 came out.
remaster. Yeah,
Um
I played the Vita one. The Vita one was
I
pretty
never
cool.
played the Vita one. I
That
played
was
the
pretty cool.
first 3 though, and those are one of the games that I highly remember like
It's like
playing
so there's
because they
games
were
like I
very
guess
fun.
I regret not playing. Sly Cooper is one of them because I know the story's really good.
It
Um,
is. From what I remember,
Jack and
it's
Dexter.
Jack
I
and
never
Dexter.
played Jack and Dexter. Yeah, it was like the one with like the elf boy and
Oh, I
yeah.
never had an
So yeah,
interest to play
Jack
that
and
game.
Dexter, and then you got Ratchet and Clank.
I was gonna say Ratchet and Clank.
I never got into Ratchet and Clank as well, and I know they just came out with the new one for PS5, and I'm like, should I go back and play all of them to kind of get them?
See, I didn't play all of them. I
I
only
saw the
played I
movie.
think 2 of them. I
Yeah,
never saw the movie either.
it was okay. It
I
was okay.
played I played 2 of them. Sorry, Mike. I played
Abuse.
I played 2 of them, and I
Yeah,
don't honestly I couldn't even tell you which 2 they were.
1 and 2.
I mean, I don't know how many there are. I
In
know
the
I played
future,
them.
it's 4 and 5.
Probably.
That's funny.
Um, but that's a game I remember. I would say the original Gears of Wars, the first 2.
So yeah,
I would consider those probably some
the first
super
two Gears
nostalgic.
of War, amazing games.
While we're on that topic, what's the best Gears of War?
I like the first one.
Really?
Yeah, I like the first one only because it's like the introduction to the world, like that world, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I think Gears of War 2 is
I
the
think
best one, in my
yeah,
opinion.
that's the one that you go into like the hive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played up to 3, and then 4 came out, and I was playing 4 with one of our buddies, and I just didn't get into it as much. And then 5 came out, and I haven't even touched that one.
So I played all of them up to 5. I downloaded 5. I
Yeah.
had it on my Xbox for like 6 months, and I didn't even open it. And then I was like, all right, I'm deleting it.
Deleting it, yeah.
Yeah.
I literally just did that on my PC. I was like, Flight Simulator, I'm not touching you anymore. You're taking too much space. Click, and I took it
Yeah.
off. It took way too much space, bro.
It's like 100 and some gigabytes. You're
Yeah,
like,
and
what in
every
the
download
world?
was like 100. I was like, "Psh, yeah, you're killing my
Yeah,
memory,
screw
bro.
that.
I was like, I have to
I
get
did
another
that.
memory
I
stick.
did that with Cold War, Call of Duty Cold
Oh
War.
yeah.
I looked at it the other day and I'm like, I'm done playing
I
with
think
you.
I think I'm gonna have to do that with Warzone 2. I think I'm just gonna take it off my PC because I'm not even touching those games anymore. Like they're
Yeah,
just
I've been
sitting there.
debating, and they're
Their
like
memory is crazy.
200
Yeah, especially I'm
gigabytes.
playing Destiny, and Destiny slowly the memory's starting to go back up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah.
The good thing is they're staying around
Yeah.
their memory right now because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing the
The
whole
host
moving the
moving stuff.
worlds
Yeah, you heard
around.
about that?
What?
And the world like blew up the other day because so they're taking away on the next vault thing. Yeah, what the hell,
Witch
man?
Queen?
Yeah, but on the next vaulting, they're vaulting Forsaken.
Wow.
The
So
whole
Tangle Shore?
yeah, Tangle Shore, the story for the Forsaken, everything. So Cade 6 is actually gonna die now.
That's gonna suck. For some people, that'll suck.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well,
it
you have
doesn't
to
bother
think
me.
like, what we bought it like four or
Honestly,
5 years
after
ago.
well, after that storyline, I don't even go to the Tangled store. I just
No.
honestly, all I do is go to the Dreaming City and I go to the tower. That's about
Yeah,
it.
they're keeping the Dreaming City. But the only reason I go to the Tango Shore now, I mean, if they make you go to the Tango
Just
Shore,
for Zur,
but
right?
no, not even the spider to
That's what I meant.
yeah to get your
Oh,
money
why did I say Zur? His name's not
because
Zur.
Zer likes to move around a lot. Um, but for I guess okay, going back to the nostalgic games, one for me would definitely have to be like Metal Gear. Period. Like
I
that's
never played my. Oh, I told you I played. I think it was Phantom Pain for a solid
okay. So
like
yeah,
hour.
Phantom Pain's good. I never beat it. That's I feel ashamed to say that, but to me it didn't feel like a Metal Gear Solid game. That's why.
Yeah, I played it. And...
It's a beautiful game though. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
the
crazy beautiful
graphics are
game.
insane.
Yeah. My favorite Metal Gear though, I mean it has to be the first one. I've said that before.
Yeah.
It's just such a clean game, story wise. You
Man, what happened to all these all
what
these
Metal
good
Gear?
no, all these good games. It
Developers move on. I mean games. Look at
seems like these games come out and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we have to fix this, and
well,
this."
so it's like developers move on or they create new games. I mean, look at God of War. God of War is a really good one. So they're saying that Ragnarok is gonna be the last God of War of the series. But we don't. That's not questioning like, is it the last God of War
Like
or is
in
it
the
gonna
future,
yeah
yeah.
or is it gonna be like because
Is it gonna be continued by the child
or is it gonna
or
be exactly is it gonna be something else? So the reason that they're ending the story right of God of Ragnarok.
Kratos?
Well, I don't know if it's gonna be Kratos' own story, but hopefully not. But the
People are
reason
saying
they're
he's gonna
ending it
die.
is because they said it took them forever to make the game. It
Well,
took them
yeah,
almost
look at
5 years.
how
They finished
friggin'
the last one.
insane that game is.
Well, they finished the last one and then they started this one immediately, and they said, it took so long that it's just there's easier things they could be doing. So
There's easier ways to make money, is what they're saying.
yeah, it's sad to say probably.
Yeah,
I mean, there is easier ways to make money.
there is.
Um, but you ever play Twisted Metal?
I did when I was younger.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't.
gonna say
I
Twisted
just.
Metal is
I just
a
remembered it
nostalgic
was
game.
like a demolition derby game, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
They're remaking it, aren't they?
No, they're actually making
Oh
either
no,
a
they're making a
TV
movie.
series or a movie. Yeah, and Anthony Mackie's in it.
Yeah,
So I'm like, okay, all right, let's do this. So
we'll
the
see.
actually the funny that I say God of War and then Twisted Metal, but they're made by the same creator. So the first God of War game is created by the guy who made Twisted Metal. The
Huh?
first, yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah, the
That's
guy's a
cool.
genius.
Well,
Crazy
obviously.
games. What's a good
Man,
old Xbox game?
a good old
Mm-hmm.
Xbox game.
Like Xbox exclusive, didn't come out for anything.
Knights of the Old Republic. And now it's a PlayStation
I was gonna
exclusive.
say,
Got him, coach.
yeah. After like what, like how many years?
Like 20
We
years.
talking the original Xbox, right? That was came out for the original
Yeah,
Xbox.
it
Yeah.
never came out for
You ever
anything
had the
else.
original Xbox?
I did. I
Yeah.
played the Knights of the Old Republic on the
Do you
original
still have the
Xbox.
original Xbox?
No.
Oh, why? What happened to it?
Uh,
You threw it out.
if I'm not mistaken,
You sold it to buy the new one.
no. If I'm not mistaken, I think I don't remember everything. I think somebody like because I had it. I remember I had it like on a dresser next to
Yeah.
a TV, and I think somebody like walked and like nudged it and it like fell off the dresser and
Oh
just
no!
broke.
Oh man, I think I think we still have the Xbox, the original.
Really?
Yeah, and I think we have the 360, and
I still have my 360.
we have the Xbox One S.
Gotcha. I have my 360.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my closet. I have my original day one Xbox One is at my girlfriend's house.
Nice.
And then I have my Xbox One X. I sold it, and then I have the Xbox Series X right now,
That's the
and
one.
then the
so,
PlayStation 4.
So that's the one that I need to get. I guess the new Xbox, but I'm like, I don't need it right
You don't
now.
like Xbox?
Yeah, but we collect them, so
True.
I'm like, I don't need it right now though.
Speaking of
Yes.
Xbox, did you see their mini fridge?
Yeah.
They're releasing it on the
Yeah,
19th.
it's like $500.
No, it's $100,
Oh, really?
and it's supposedly it's 6 cubic feet of like space in it, which is that's pretty big for a. That's
It's like a
probably a little
drawer.
bit bigger than that,
That's not bad. We'll just keep energy drinks.
I guess.
We'll be here like, all hopped up on Monster. And what's that sound? um. Oh, he's back. He's back. They're here. Sorry, we just we just saw the poltergeist. So.
Yeah, the llama.
um, dang man, I want to talk about more games, but there's
Yeah,
so
I'm
many.
drawing a
There's so many.
blank.
There's so many games like from the past.
I know this is probably a dumb question because I know the answer already.
What's up?
At least I think I know the answer. Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
Ah, shit. That's a good question. There were certain things I liked about Destiny 1, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
As I play Destiny 2,
I feel like the
it's
things.
just you got so used to how smooth the game plays and the graphics. Yeah, Destiny.
I
Yeah,
think
Destiny 2.
I would say I have more memories on Destiny 1.
Yes,
I spent way more time on Destiny 1.
dude, I made a lot of friends on Destiny 1. I met a whole group of guys from
Same.
England that I would play with every time I was on. So, and to this day, we're all still friends. So I think
So I
that's
think
memories,
that's why I asked that question is
You're
like
gonna make me
because
cry, bro.
is there's a lot of memories in Destiny 1,
Yeah.
but I feel like the things that were I feel like things at the time that were wrong with it, they fixed it in Destiny 2.
Yes.
Whatever it was, I can't even name what was wrong, but I do think they
I
fixed
mean,
whatever it
I
was.
mean, movement. The movement from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 is way better.
Night and day.
The controlling way better. It's more fluent. I feel like from console to console, because, like, think about it. Now Destiny is on PC, Xbox.
It's
Right?
on
It's on
next
every.
gen, yeah.
It's on pretty much almost every console, excluding the handheld ones.
Switch and all that.
Well, you could do like a handheld, like Steam or
You could
something
do
like that.
do cloud gaming on your phone
That's
or
what I'm saying.
Xbox. You
That's what
can
I'm
do
saying.
Destiny.
So like it's there, but yeah, Destiny 2, man.
Yeah.
Destiny 1 had some awesome weapons and some awesome looking armor, and that's why they're bringing it to Destiny 2. Like they're doing the 30-year anniversary for Bungie. Did you know
Yeah, I
about that?
saw that. Yeah, they're doing the
And
Galahorn,
the Galahorn, yeah.
which is
I'm like, that's a perfect.
that's probably the most iconic gun
Yeah, yeah. Well, it
weapon
is.
in all of
It
Destiny right
is.
now.
It was the hardest weapon to get in the beginning of Destiny, and then when they released a mission for you to get it in the Iron Lord story,
Yeah,
and that mission was a pain in the ass.
yeah, I
Honestly,
remember.
I
I
mean, but you got
remember.
people that
I had family. My uncle, when he was going for it,
yeah
spent hours
yeah it's
trying to get that
it's because the drop rate
freaking
was
rocket
just so
launcher.
low. But you have people that like all the YouTubers that play Destiny, like Esoteric or Cactus, um,
Plug.
yeah, right, for real, that are phenomenal at playing the game. Like it almost seems like they play the game with their eyes closed. And
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
they know things that we don't, and
yeah,
we've been playing for a while.
I mean, it's their job.
That's true.
They
Yeah.
play to get paid for it through YouTube and stuff. But still, man, these people are phenomenal at the game, and I'm just like, there's times where I jump in a mission and I die like 5 times, and I'm like, nah, man, screw this, I'm done.
What would you since we're on that topic? What would you say is your game that you're like not to like boost egos, but what would you say is your game
That I'm
that
good
is
at.
like that you're the best at?
Ooh,
Would you say?
um, I'm not sure, man.
You're not sure.
No, that's a good question. I mean, if it's a competitive game, none.
There's always going to be somebody better, obviously, but
um,
I'm just asking just to
there's,
see
I
if you have
mean,
any
there's
specific game you think you're.
I have played games speed running. Like I've speed ran games. I've speed ran most of Uncharted. Um, I've speed ran God of War. There's actually trophies in God of War that make you speed run it. They're like you only have 6 hours to beat it. Yeah,
Jesus.
and you just basically run through the game and do everything. Um, I love racing games. I'm really good at racing games.
We
Um,
should. Oh, I have nobody to play racing games with. We should play racing games.
so yeah, I'm down with that. You probably are way better than me, but
I highly doubt it.
I'm pretty good at racing games.
I think I'm too aggressive in racing games. Cause
On
I'm like, oh, you're not gonna let me pass you. I will force my
I'm
way
throwing you off
past
the
you.
road. No, so for me, racing games, once I figure out the controlling for the racing game and I figure out like what it takes, how much I need to push a certain
Yeah,
button, that's it. It's already embedded in my mind now. I know how to play the game.
yeah. I'm the same
Um,
way. I'm good
I
with
mean, it's like
like
driving. I drive with my eyes closed, you know? That's why I got into a car accident.
I'm.
No, I'm just kidding. Whoa, sorry. Confused.
um, that's what I was gonna say. Is for racing games, I feel like I'm really good at racing
Yeah.
games if it's a neutral ground.
Yeah, I
Cause like
agree.
games like Forza,
I've never played
like
Forza. Actually, it's the new one had came out, right, already?
not yet.
No, okay.
It comes out next month.
So I said when the new one comes out, I'll download it for my PC.
It's a Horizon though. That's the
What
problem.
do you mean?
So there's two versions of Forza. There's Horizon, which is the one that comes out next month. It's
Hmm.
just free roam, drive around.
Yeah,
I
that
think this
sounds
one's in
fun.
Mexico. And then there's Motorsport, which I prefer Motorsport, honestly, because it's actual racing.
Oh, it's like track racing.
Yeah.
See, so I mean, I like any racing game really, like Need for Speed. I loved when Need for Speed went like full map and you weren't
Oh
just
yeah.
and
Like
you
Carbon.
yeah, and you
Carbon was
dude,
honestly the best
yeah.
one.
It was crazy cuz one of my friends is like, "Yo, the new Need for Speed's coming out. Download it." And literally we played it twice and never played it again. I was like, that was a waste of money. But I mean, it happens, you know. Um, but no, I like any racing game, man. Grand Theft Auto.
I don't know if you can.
Grand Theft Auto's
Can you
good.
be good at Grand Theft Auto? I don't know if there's
Online,
like a
no, I'm horrible. I
skill.
told you. Competitive, no. Game wise, yeah. Yeah, man. God of War. I'm killer on God of War. The
He's
new one,
nasty.
not so much. The new one's it can get really hard.
I can't. I mean, I can't really think. I mean, I have like certain games that I'm like, oh, I'm really good at that game, but I'm like, then you look at like
the
the
top
people
two,
that are
yeah.
above me, and I'm like, yeah,
Well, so
I have
like,
no chance
I,
against
I would
them.
love to say that I'm a good player in Destiny, but I know I'm not like I'm not
You're not
that top
Cactus.
tier. Yeah, I'm not like that top tier player. Like, don't get me wrong. If you put me in a team and someone tells me, "Oh, hey, you need to do this, this, and this," I'm like, "All right, cool. I already got it." The first time you told me, I already got it.
Yeah,
So like a raid, right? Raids, you need to be able to follow direction from the team or hear
pretty
what needs to
much.
be done. Dude, someone tells me one thing, they're like, "All right, this is how you need to do it." Okay. Now I already know how to do it, and you never have to tell me again. Um,
See, I
but
feel like
but I'll die a million times.
same. I feel like mine are. I'm usually pretty good at sports games. Um, I like to think that I'm really good at Call of Duty, but
No, no, you are.
I'm
Okay, so like,
I
because we've
just
played Call of Duty together, and we've played Call of Duty together numerous times with different people,
yeah.
and I feel like every time we play together, anyone who we're playing with feeds off of you.
See, so I'll
Like, you
say
make us better.
I don't
Does
I
that
don't
make sense?
well, yeah, I think that makes sense.
Because
I
the only
think
reason I know how to play Call of Duty is because you.
yeah,
Because
that's
you're
true.
like, "Oh, you got to do this, 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 and this," and I'm like, "All right, I got it."
Well, I'm like see, I think I'm good at Call of Duty. Honestly, I think multiplayer wise, I think I'm probably the best out of my friend group in
Yeah,
Call of
yeah,
Duty.
because they're all like me.
No.
They suck.
No, it's not even that. But like I think and as far as like Warzone goes, I feel like I'm probably the most consistent.
Okay.
Like I can average like a good 8 to 10 kills a match.
Well, I think I like any game that we've played together. I feel like you've always been like a top player in any of the
I
games
think
I play.
that's my main
Because even
thing.
like Destiny, like
My
we've played
skill,
Destiny.
I think my best skill in video games is I can pick up any game and like instantly learn it.
Yeah, for me it takes. I mean, I'm old. And my brain's shutting down.
Like,
But no, actually, I'm actually pretty fast at playing video games too. Like I pick up games pretty fast. So like for example, New World, I just started and I kind of already get the concept of it.
yeah,
And there's so much
you
that goes
just
into
hit
the game.
trees.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole
Well,
point of
yeah, pretty much.
it.
Do you know what the funny part is? It's crafting is a big part of the game.
Yeah,
And like
that's why I don't play
I
MMORPGs.
can't even tell you how many videos I watch of people and they're like, the number one thing you need to do is craft, and I'm like, crafting takes so long though.
It's so stupid.
Like, it's so stupid. I don't want to make a tree into a sword. I just want the freaking sword.
It's not Minecraft.
Right? Well, it could be. It could be.
I'm pretty good at Minecraft.
You,
I'm not
I
good
never,
at building,
I
but
never
I'm
played.
good at Minecraft.
Dude, my nephew and my niece, they're
Insane at Minecraft.
beast at Minecraft. Yeah, and I'm just like, they'll build a whole house and have stuff in it, and I'm like, how the hell did you do that? Like,
She was like, I dug a hole.
I'm like, nah. I'm like, I look at it. I tried Minecraft once, dude. Once. And it was on the Xbox, and I was like, yeah, nah. And I just turned it off because I was like, yeah,
I used
not
to
that
play.
creative.
That's another game. That's a nostalgic game. I used to
Yeah?
play Minecraft. I played Minecraft for like a month straight.
Yeah.
When it came out for Xbox.
You like the dude on the chair, Mom, I need some potato chips.
I played that in GTA Online. When those first came out, I played them for like a month straight.
So GTA Online, I played for like a week.
GTA 5 Online.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm not playing this anymore.
Oh yeah. After like
It's
a couple
just-
days.
It's so toxic.
Yeah, everyone had jets and tanks, and they're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, boom, you're dead.
So
Boom, you're dead."
so literally,
Boom, you're dead.
literally, okay, so you're in the main world, and then you go do like the missions.
Yeah, and then they'll come and kill
And
you
they'll
while
kill
you're doing
while
the
you're
missions.
doing the mission, so you can't ever finish the missions.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the same thing in New World too. I keep bringing up New World, but the one time I was playing New World, I had there you could turn off the PvP or PvE.
Yeah.
And I had it set to where it was everyone playing against each other. And bro, I'm trying to do this mission and I didn't realize I had it set to that. And this dude's following me and he's swinging his sword and he's killing me. And I'm like, why the fuck's this guy killing me? Like, what the hell's going on? Excuse my language, but real. But I'm like, why is he killing me? What the hell? And then I'm like, oh, it was set to freaking PvP. Yeah, I was like, damn. I have
He's
to
like,
switch
"I'm gonna
that.
kill you in your sleep."
But yeah, no, that was funny.
Yeah, I still don't think I'll like New World.
I mean, it seems like a typical MMORPG though. Like,
I watched a streamer who like gave his like honest review about it.
yeah.
And he's like, you
He's
know,
like, oh, I had a 3090 and it blew up.
no, he was like, I know I get paid to like do this, but like, this game is not for people who don't have time. Like, he's like, if you have a full-time job or you have a family, like, you can't play this game. It's not
No.
one of those games you play for like an hour. Like, you have to sit there
No.
and play it for like 10 hours at a time.
So, as long as I've played, I don't know how I've played this, but I've played for 72 hours already.
Holy cow.
And I'm like, how? I don't even feel like I played for 72 hours. But that's the thing is, once you're in it, you're in it.
Oh, yeah. It's the grind, honestly.
And I'm like,
that's what it is.
Babe, I need some potato chips. And she's like, get your own damn potato chips.
But
it's-
that's what I've heard about it. And I'm like, yeah, no, that game's not.
And you
for
know
me.
what's funny is like the time that you, so when it first came out, like I played the beta, and the beta I played like every day.
Yeah.
I played for a couple hours a day, and the game came out. The game I as soon the day of release, literally 8 a.m. hit, and the servers went live. I jumped on. I was already on,
And it was chaos.
and I was playing, and yeah, so you can't. So as many people that were in my server, you couldn't finish your missions
They said
because
they
everyone
had-
was doing the same mission. So like it's like kill a boar,
They
and the respawn rate for the boars, everyone kills a boar,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have to wait till they respawn.
So it's like that reminds me of, I think it was what was it, last year, year before? Within the past couple years,
Yeah.
when the World of Warcraft Classic came out,
Yeah.
and like everybody and their mom and their sister and their brother and their cousins jumped on and played it.
Yeah.
And I was watching like some of the streamers that I normally watch, and they literally like you spawn in and you have to go and like your mission is to kill stuff,
Yeah.
and there's like 1,000 people standing there trying to kill this one thing, and you're
Yeah.
like,
And you're like,
this is
you
gonna
don't even
take
get a hit.
forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't even get a hit. And then, like, that's kind of what was happening in the beginning. I was like, dang, there's a lot of people playing right now. What the heck? So I played for a little bit. And then I was like, all right,
That's why I don't play those
I
games.
was like, I'm going to call it quits for now. I'll come back later and play a little bit more.
That's
So
that's
the
kind of
plan-
why I'm excited for Star Wars, because I feel like I would hope they're
well,
not gonna let that happen.
It's not an online game. It's a story.
not?
No. It's an MMORPG, but it's a story-based game.
Well, yeah, that's what I
But
mean.
it's not online.
But it's an MMORPG.
Yeah, but it's story-based. It's not a world. It's kind of like Destiny minus the world.
Why do I remember like people running around?
It's
though?
not an MMORPG. It's just an RPG, I believe.
Oh, maybe.
Knights of the Old Republic, the original two, the first two were story-based games, and then they came out with
The MMORPG
the
version,
MMORPG version, which was the world. Yeah,
right? I think
that
that's
was
the
only
one
on
I
PC
played.
though, and I don't think they're re-releasing that one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
But
I don't remember.
yeah, man. Oh, so anyways, but back to like New World, right? So I get into this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call it quits for today. I'm gonna get ready for work and go do my thing. I'm like, I'll come back home and play. And then I'm watching like on Twitter, I'm like seeing like all these things. People are like, oh, you can't even get into your servers.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, what? I'm like, that's weird. So I
They
go.
had apparently the most like concurrent players almost of all time.
So check this out. I'm watching this video of this guy. I don't know who it was, but he's like he's showing what his server number is, and he goes to log in, and he's at 10,000 Q.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? And he's like, after an hour, it like he did like a time lapse. After an hour, he was at 9,000.
Oh, I would just shut it off and be like,
So
"Alright,
I'm
not
like,
playing."
man, I hope I don't have that issue. So, cause I started early, I got all my things in,
Yeah, so you're
maybe
hoping that
I'm hoping I could just come jump
maybe you
in.
have like a priority or something.
Yeah.
Because you already played.
So there is right now, if I was to boot up the game and go on my queue, or not my queue, but my first character server,
Yeah.
there is 10,000 people on that server.
Wow. I wonder how much their servers hold though.
I don't know. Or no, not 10. There was last time I checked, I think there was like yeah, about 9,000 and something.
Wow.
And so I get home that day and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna jump on, give a few more hours of playing. And this was around our break while we were taking a break, so I was like, I have time to do whatever because I'm not doing band practice right now because of
Yeah.
my car, and then we're not recording. And so I jump on and I'm like 2,000 queue line, and I'm like,
All right.
what the hell? So I'm like, dang, dude.
Click.
Yeah, I was like, dang. So I just turned it off. So
Destiny.
I'm talking to one of my buddies from England. He's telling me, hey, just start a new character. It's gonna be easier. Find a lower server, start a new character. He's like, that new character is gonna be boosted up super fast because you already know what you're doing. I said, all right, that's cool. Let me do that. Start a new character on a lower. I have not had the same issue.
Really?
Like I started on a server that only had, I think, 2 people.
that's
And
probably because it was one of the first servers and they had to fill it up
yeah.
immediately.
So right now the new server that I'm on has like 2 people. No, now it has, I think like 15 to 20 people on it.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
So and I barely see people. Like literally, like even if I'm in a town, I'll see maybe like 4 or 5 people running around. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's so weird. But apparently there's supposed to be you're gonna be able to merge your servers or something like that. So like for example,
I
my
think
friend,
if
my
I
friend that
remember
lives in
correctly,
England,
World of Warcraft did that.
yeah, like my friend in England, I'll be able to play with him on his
Yeah.
server and stuff like that. So we'll see when that happens. But
Yeah.
I don't know. The game's good though. I like it. It's one of those games you kind of get sucked into too. I never played World of Warcraft. I never got into it. Never played Dungeons and Dragons.
I tried it. I didn't
So,
enjoy
no.
it.
I never played Really, any MMORPGs really.
I can't really remember any that I
RPGs, yeah,
have.
like Final Fantasy and stuff. I played Final Fantasy games. I hate tactics.
I'm not a huge fan of like RPGs, so
Yeah, it's okay.
I think I actually like the tactics games.
See, I don't
I'm
like
assuming
tactic
those
games.
are like
The ones where you can move like the. It's like a chess game,
like
pretty much.
Civilization and all that.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like those games. I just don't play. I don't have anybody
I'm.
to play them
I
with.
think it's
So
because I'm horrible at them, so I'm just like, nah, I don't want to play them.
true.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and call that a wrap.
Like
Like a wrap. Like, yo, welcome to the great times. Listen up.
whoa 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 whoa.
We can't talk about
you
that.
can't reveal that.
We're faceless. Wu-Tang Clan forever.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you everybody for stopping in, listening to our podcast once
Yeah.
again. Now that we've started on season 2,
Season
right.
2.
another month hiatus, and then season 3. I'm just kidding.
Only one episode a month now.
Got him, coach.
Nah, but for the so far 10 followers that have been following us on YouTube and
We have
listening.
10. Wow.
Yeah, and listening and watching. We appreciate you guys if you're watching. If you
Yeah.
watch to the end, you'll get to hear this. If you don't, sorry.
You ain't even gonna hear the sorry.
But anyone you know who's supporting us on Instagram or on Spotify as well, thank
Definitely.
you. And we really appreciate you guys coming out to hang out with us, because that's literally what we're doing. We're hanging out,
Yeah, pretty much.
having some fun conversations. This was a non-scripted episode too.
Yeah.
It was literally, we had like
I think this
an
one. I
idea?
think this episode being the first of season 2 was better than the last episode of
Of-
season 1.
Yeah, so last episode, man.
Because we were
Let's
like
talk
just
about
trying
that
to
really
fill
quick
stuff,
before we
man.
end it. Last episode, man, we were like really like, it sounded
We were
like we were tired,
struggling.
but we were also really tired. I feel like,
Yeah,
we
were struggling.
yeah, that was a rough episode. It was a good one though. It was really good.
You know what's
But
you
it
know
was
what's
it was a
hilarious?
rough episode.
All right, next episode,
Yeah.
we didn't even talk about Venom.
Oh snap! On next time's episode of the Noodle Shop.
Venom.
You heard the Venom 2 song?
Yeah,
I don't like
it's
it.
all right.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not as good as Venom.
Yeah.
Venom.
But all right, man. Thank you for coming out to hang out with us at the Noodle Shop. I'm
Thank
Gio.
you. I'm Tristan. Like, share, subscribe. 5 stars. Leave a review. Tell your boss,
And
your
tell
friends, your
mother,
family,
brothers,
all of them. Every single person you know, tell them all.
Yep. Even the guy that lives in your basement.
That homeless guy that stares at you when you're at the red light, tell him too.
Tell him. Be like, hey, have you heard of the Noodle Shop? And he's like, I don't have a phone.
He's like, I just want money.
If a cop pulls you over, you tell him
Tell
about
him,
it.
yeah.
Tell them.
He'll let you free. Trust me.
Don't trust him with that. Because it does depend on your crime.
Oh, got him.
But have a good one. We'll
Yeah,
see you
thanks.
guys on the next episode.
And cue the music.